Hi everybody, welcome back to Icelandic for Foreigners. In this video I'm going to talk about the Icelandic letter thorn. Now I've already made a video about the letter thorn and I'll place the link in the description below, but I decided to make a new one for two reasons. First of all, in that video I approached the sound from a native English speaker's perspective, but a lot of people who watch my channel aren't native English speakers. Second of all, there are many English dialects that don't have the th sound at all. So if you're a native speaker of American, Canadian, British, or Australian English, you probably don't need this video. And of course, there are other languages that have that sound too. But for the rest of you, I hope this video will be helpful. The Icelandic letter thorn generally represents what is called an interdental fricative, which is represented by the letter theta in the International Phonetic Alphabet. Interdental means between the teeth, because that's where the sound is articulated. Theta is a relatively rare sound in the world's languages, and it's considered pretty difficult to learn if you don't have it in your native language. A quick side note, there is some variation of where the letter thorn is pronounced by different Icelanders, but it's very commonly pronounced between the teeth, so that's the pronunciation I'm going to talk about today, because it's the easiest to show, and it's probably the best way to learn to pronounce it so that it can sound correct to native Icelanders. Now I mentioned this in an earlier video. When you first hear a new language sound, your brain often tricks you into thinking that you're hearing a sound from your native language, even though the new sound is actually different. This happens a lot with the letter thorn. Specifically, to you it might sound like an F, fa, 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 or an S, sa, 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 or an esh, sha, sha, sha. And if it sounds like that to you, that is totally normal. But I hope by the end of this video you can start to hear the difference between the letter thorn and these other letters, and you can start pronouncing it correctly. The letter thorn is interdental, which means you start with your tongue between the teeth, like this. Then try blowing air over the top of your tongue without moving it, like this. Make sure the air doesn't go around the sides of the tongue, like this. It needs to go over the top. Also make sure that you're not making an F sound, where your top teeth are resting on your bottom lip like this. That's a very common mistake. Your tongue needs to be between your teeth like this. So once you have air flowing over the top of your tongue, quickly pull your tongue back into your mouth while continuously blowing. Try saying the word thu. 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 Now, of course, I'm exaggerating it a little bit so that you can see it clearly. You don't need to stick your tongue out so far to make the sound correctly, but it may help you to exaggerate the sound in the beginning if you're just learning it now for the first time. Now, if you feel stupid while you're making this sound, that's actually a good thing. When I'm learning a new language sound, I always feel stupid. It means that you're doing something you're not used to, that you're doing something different. And when you're learning new language sounds, different is a good thing. I really hope that this video was helpful. Please feel free to leave comments and questions below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Þakka þér fyrir.